Imagine a NASA rocket that has a course set for a distant planet. What would happen after liftoff if that course was off by just a few inches? You might not notice after a few miles or even a few hundred miles, but the farther the rocket gets from Earth, the farther it strays from its destination. Eventually, the rocket is so far off course, it can end up in another galaxy. My father-in-law was a rocket scientist for NASA, and he was the project manager for the Hubble Space mission. He told me that when they sent up the Hubble telescope, the pictures came back blurry because there was a very subtle manufacturing error in the mirror. A tiny defect, smaller than human hair. He said that the machine that measures the mirror most likely had a washer put in upside down that caused the reading error. What? An upside down washer almost took down a NASA space mission? Why am I talking about these small miscalculations? Because each one of them could have been corrected by one small little change. Think about how one little character flaw, one small misguided decision that we have made can make a huge effect later on in life. If it only takes one tiny miscalculation to take us off course in our life, then that means it only takes one tiny correction to put us right back on course. Here are just two examples of one small change in the way of thinking that you can have a positive change in your life. Anger is one of the worst traits we can have. We should do whatever it takes not to show our anger because most of the time, especially by the next day, you won't even remember why you were mad. Figure out a technique that will work for you. What I say to myself in my head, don't get mad, don't get mad. Responding to a situation when we are upset is always a bad idea. Wait until I'm calm and have clarity because every argument can be diffused if properly thought out. Then I do this. Do-do-do-do-do. 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 I don't know why I do it, but it calms me down. If we are having a tough time in our marriage, or you've been divorced and want to know how not to go through that again, this one tiny change in your thinking can put you right back on course and also help you to get married. Focus on the reason why we fell in love with our spouse. Love is when you focus on the virtues of another and associate them with those virtues. Whatever issues our spouse had before we got married, we didn't see them because we were focused on what we loved about them. Love is blinding us from their issues, which is fine, as long as you understand that everybody has issues. You're not going to marry someone else that doesn't have some sort of issues. If you think that there is someone else out there that's better for you, you're just trading one problem for a different one. There was something that caused you to fall in love with your spouse, so just focus on that virtue. I hope these two ideas will help you out. And if you have anything you want me to talk about, just let me know because if you're watching this, you know how to contact me. The Hubble telescope can look back in time and see the past, just like us. But unlike the Hubble, we can change our future. And all it takes is one small change. And we can be setting ourselves up for a life where we get fired up. I'll see you next week.